What is up, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new review today. Today we are talking Gerald's Game, the brand new Stephen King, another adaptation that he actually wrote. I've never heard of the book. From what I understand after seeing the movie, I talked to some people who have read the book and they said it's not his best work, but the movie is actually pretty damn good, and let's talk about that. It was pretty much 50 Shades of Grey mixed with 127 hours, and then you throw in some horror and unsettling psychological thriller aspects in there, and you get Gerald's Game. Because this movie, the synopsis, you guys might think is a spoiler, but I promise it's not, because all this happens in the first 6 minutes. And pretty much about a wife and husband going up north to just kind of get away, and they want to rekindle their love because they don't have it really anymore. They get some freaky stuff going on. They leave the door unlocked. There might be a rabid dog outside, and she gets handcuffed to the bed, and guess what? Her husband dies of a heart attack in the middle of sex, and she's cuffed to the bed with a rabid dog and the door open. And there might be something else out there. And after hearing that made me really intrigued to go watch the film, and plus I heard it was getting some pretty good reviews. Then I found out it's directed by Mike Flanagan. If you don't know who Mike Flanagan is, you guys gotta look up some of his movies. He made Ouija of Origins of Evil last year, which was a very underrated horror film. I think the first film really trashed that franchise, but the second one is fantastic. He made Hush, Oculus, and he also made a movie called Before Wake, which I never got to see because I don't think it ever actually came out, but it stars Jacob Tremblay, and that movie looked really good. Mike Flanagan is hands down probably one of the most underrated directors in Hollywood, because each of his films, even though they're horror films, they're one of those horror films that there's not really jump scares. It relies on more of you watching the screen, and something might be sitting in the corner, and when you finally notice it, that's what makes you jump. It's not the sounds, it's not what it looks like, it's what's sitting in front of you that you don't realize. And this film carries a lot of those elements. Yes, this is more of a psychological movie and a more of a thriller than any of the horror, but when the horror aspects are there, they're scary and very unsettling. There are some imagery and some scenes in here that are some of the most unsettling moments I've seen in any horror film in probably the last 3 years. That is saying a lot. The last 10 minutes of this film had me on the edge of my seat, grabbing my thighs and holding my fist so hard, screaming, no, 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 no. That is incredible that a director could even capture that. Like I said, I had no even thoughts of even watching this film. The director did such a fantastic job in here capturing each scene, and each of these scenes, there are some beautiful imagery scenes in here that will show up on that one perfect shot on Twitter. I have to give a big praise to the main girl in here. She was fantastic. She was Academy Award level acting in here, and she was fantastic in here. And Bruce Greenwood also shows up in here, and he's awesome. I mean, when is Bruce Greenwood not awesome? But he did a great job in here as well. But really, the movie all around was fantastic. The cast, the director, everything in here just surprised me to all ends, and I was so happy to see what Mike Flanagan got to pull out from Gerald's Game. Another great Stephen King adaptation. I loved it. I love Gerald's Game. I do have my cons. I don't think it's a perfect movie, and I don't honestly think this is probably Mike Flanagan's second best film. My problems with Gerald's Game is all in the ending. The last 5 minutes you could have honestly cut out, and I would have been fine with it. I didn't need it. And I understand, I was looking it up, and that's actually what happens in the book, but I didn't need it. It kind of just ruined it for me. It didn't ruin the full movie, but it kind of just got away with the effect, and I didn't need it. And I looked up some things on it and what it can mean and stuff, but I didn't need it. And when you guys see the movie, you might agree. Maybe you'll disagree and think the ending works, but I never thought the ending actually worked for the movie, and the more I think about it, it really just kind of bugged me a bit. And some of the scenes in here I think could have been paced a little bit better, but overall, this is a really enjoyable film. It's free on Netflix, so if you're just wanting to chill at home, watch a good psychological thriller with some horror elements in there, you gotta check out Gerald's Game. So with all that said, I'm gonna give Gerald's Game a B+. I really like Gerald's Game. I'm shocked by how good this film was, and I think you guys should go check it out. So if you have seen it, and you guys have Netflix, tell me down below, what did you guys think of Gerald's Game? And if you haven't seen it yet, tell me, are you now excited to go see it after watching this review? I want to hear about it. And guys, I gotta say, we hit 400 subscribers. Thank you so much. We hit another milestone. My goal is to hit 500 by the end of this year, and I think we can do it. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're new, make sure, like I said, like and subscribe. I want to hear from you guys that love talking movies. That's the main reason I do all this, is to talk with people who love movies just as much as I do. So as always, guys, thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys so much for watching this. And I gotta say, I hope you guys go check out this movie. And like I said, look out for more reviews very much soon. As always, stay classy and have a great rest of your day.